All right, so now we get ready for the next guest. I'm very excited for also, and this will be my final hosting spot for the day, but I'm looking forward to it. And so here comes Shena Veale. Sheena, is it Sheena?
That's right.
And is it Veal?
That's correct.
Okay, didn't know if it was Veal or Vale or how you like it to pronounce it or Valet.
It's
It could
not
be
fancy.
it could be anything, and you just never know because they don't allow you to put necessarily little accents on things, when they put it in this system. So
This is
anyway,
true.
so good afternoon and welcome. And I'm just going to start off by asking you, what service were you in, or are you still
Well,
in?
I'm still in, actually. I'm active duty Army. I've been serving for a little over
Thank you.
26 years. Or- But it's about to be 27 years in January.
Were you like a zygote when you went to boot camp? Is that you're
Thank
very
you.
young looking. I never
I
would
did
have
join at
thought that.
17, so
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So, what did you do? What do you do in the Army? What is your career field?
um, well, I'm about to PCS. I'm Signal Corps, and I was an instructor at this current duty station, but I'm getting ready to PCS up to Alaska. So that's why I'm sitting on
Ooh.
the floor. All my furniture's gone. And today I'm moving out, so I'm paused for a
Oh,
minute to interview and
wow. What timing? What timing on this? Well, thank you for carving out because that's a critical time when you're getting in the middle of a PCS move and like you said, your furniture's already gone and you took the time to do this. So obviously it was very important to you. Who invited you?
Dr. Smiley did actually.
Of course he did. Of course he did. I swear he knows everybody on the planet.
He does. He's very personable.
Well, obviously, I
I
mean,
met him at
he.
the Military Influencer Conference
Oh, which year?
this year.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
We
able to
sat at
go
the
this
same
year.
table at the gala. Very nice guy.
Oh, yes, yes. I met him at the MIC as well, Military Influencers Conference, back in 2023. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, great.
I didn't go
Listen,
that year. Last year was my first year.
that was my first year as well, and I loved it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go. The timing didn't work out for me this year. Um, we were off celebrating my 40th wedding anniversary.
Oh, well, happy late anniversary.
Thank you, thank you. But anyway, so let's chat a little bit about what you do and kind of what made you go into the military in the first place, and what have you learned throughout your career?
Okay. Well, I knew that I wanted to join the military when I was in the 6th grade. I was riding on the school bus and I just decided I was going to grow up and join the military. And when I was 16, my grandmother raised me. She said, HE double hockey sticks, no, you're not. But when I was 17, she went down and signed the paperwork for me. And I joined the National Guard first
Mhm.
because they would take me at 17. Um, so yeah,
What
I've
what was the
been,
drive? What made you want to do that?
well, I think early in life, I figured out, like, there were times where, like, I'd been through some struggles myself growing up. I mean, who hasn't? But I wanted to help people. So I don't like to see people in pain. And so I was like, this is something I can do to help other people.
Wow. So at 17, you raised your hand and went in. And so let's talk a little bit about the career field that you chose and what you're doing.
So, interestingly enough, I'm in the Signal Corps now, but when I was in the National Guard, I was human resources and supply at one time. But when I came active Army, they made me change my MOS. They said you can be chemical or you can be signal, and so here we are. But I enjoyed the Signal Corps actually. It's a lot of fun. A lot of cool technologies and stuff like that out there, and a lot of great people.
And so, like I said, you have made a career out of this. Let's talk a little bit. What is kind of like a day? And I am not familiar with the Signal Corps, having not been on that side. So, let's talk a little bit about what that is like and what you learned.
Okay. Well, I'm a 25 uniform, which is Signal Support System Specialist. We are kind of like the universals, like we're supposed to know a little bit of everything, but radios are our bread and butter, really. We do
Hmm.
a lot of like radio communications, making sure that we're able to communicate. And as I've just gotten promoted to Sergeant First Class, um, my next duty
Outstanding.
assignment, I'll be
Congratulations.
thank you so much.
Now, of course, at at the Sergeant First Class level, you've got a really strong focus on taking care of the troops and training them and leading them. So, what are some of the most important lessons you are learning here, making this transition from one of the troops to leading the troops?
Well, I have been sort of in the mentality of leading troops for a very long time now. I started a study hall at my last duty station in Germany for soldiers that were getting ready for boards and things like that. I've had so many mentors in my life in general, but also like in the military, a lot of great mentors, phenomenal people. And it was a way for me to give back. One thing is transitioning from 20 years in the Alabama National Guard to active Army. I had to learn a lot. So it helped me to learn a lot about the regs because they had just been updated, but also
Right.
teach the soldiers, help mentor and guide them.
So you were in the National Guard, you said for 20 years,
I was.
and then you went active.
I know I'm a little backwards.
Wow. You could have retired from the Guard already and then went active.
I did
So
get my 2-year letter, and that was actually a good feeling.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. So where do you see yourself going now?
Um, right now I see myself going to Alaska.
Well, beside that, I knew that was coming.
But actually, I'm very involved outside of the military, and 2 things. 1, I'm involved anyway. I do a lot of volunteer service. I'm with a nonprofit for military children called Operation Teammate, and we do
Hmm.
mentorship events with military children and professional collegiate athletes across the nation. Uh, but but also, on since it's Veterans Day, I would encourage veterans or military to get involved with communities. A lot of veterans get out and they sort of lose that network, that connection, and sometimes it's like a part of them becomes dormant because they don't really talk about it with their family. They either think they're bothering their family or that they just won't understand. Um, and so I think it's very important to get involved anyways.
I think that has been a very strong message throughout this entire day, and all of the people who have joined, all saying very similar things about, making that transition is can be very challenging for folks, and there's a huge difference in the relationships between people that you have when you're active duty or when you're in the service, whether it's the Guard or not, because I was in the reserves as well as in active duty for Navy. That camaraderie, that level of trust that you have between you, and how everybody's got each other's backs, and then you look at the civilian side, and sometimes society just is not the same way, and that makes it does make it challenging to go from one to the other, or to experience both. So really,
Absolutely.
the fact that you're working in these nonprofits and reaching out and helping folks in these stages of transition and helping their families and their children and all of that, that is just so uh, commendable. And so,
Thank
I give
you.
you a commendation medal for that.
Well, thank
A-
you.
Added to your uniform. So let me ask you one final question because we are at top of the hour. One final question is, how can people reach out and celebrate who you are?
You can find me on pretty much on most of the social media out, at least the popular ones. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on all of them. But
Are you on
Sheena
LinkedIn?
Sheena Veale. I'm on LinkedIn. Oh, I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn.
Okay. Well, look for a connection from me. I'll be reaching out definitely.
Absolutely. I would love to get connected.
Absolutely. Well, Sheena, thank you so much for your time, for your service. Any final message you want to throw out there before I have to turn this over?
Hey, I think that love is the word. And so what I mean by that is if you have love in your heart, then there's just about no circumstance that won't work itself out because you'll have compassion and you can come to the table. But I feel like if you can live with love in your heart, then you can go anywhere.
Yeah. And and lead with love as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sheena, thank you again for your time, for your service. Happy Veterans Day, and good luck on this move to Alaska. You're going to love Alaska, by the way. It is absolutely gorgeous. It does rain a lot,
I'm
but
nervous about the cold, but hey, I'm driving there, so this is going to be an adventure.
oh my. Well, good luck on that whole trip. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Thank
And
you.
good luck with the rest of your career.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day.